Hello everybody and welcome to IFC Tier 3 today. We are in Canada and it's going to be a wonderful race for you guys, and I do hope you enjoy yourselves. We are getting underway for qualifying 1, full qualifying here in IFC for all 3 tiers. And yeah, first man out on track is of course Fire Bailey. If you don't know, Fire Bailey has been first one out on track so far for every qualifying session he has been involved in this season. Of course, only being the third race of the season, but he's keeping that up here. And an interesting race we had last week with the man who won the first race this season not there. And we've got the same thing today. So Dove Nightmare not here once again today. So we could see another surprise winner. It's going to be an interesting one. And so of course at the end of last race we had a bit of controversy surrounding XM van speed. He dropped down to about 6th after pitting under safety car. No one else pitted. He went onto the softs, the tyre he is currently on, and fought his way back through. But the way he did it had some people questioning whether it was legal or not. Now I don't know whether that was deemed legal or not by the stewards. So if someone could keep me up to date on that one, because if it was deemed illegal, he would have been dropped down the order, and Jarvis would get P3. I've actually forgotten who came second and third for some reason. I think Milky Walker was third, so he'd be up to second, and then you'd have who was it? I think it was the Aston Martin of I've forgotten his name. But yeah, I think it's the Aston Martin. So yeah, someone could let me know what happened there. That would be great, because I was not kept up to date with that one. And well, the first man to complete his lap will be Bailey, and of course it is already slightly raining. Little spots we saw earlier, and still going now. So it's basically going to be first one to cross the line will get through. It was legal, okay. So XM ending up with the win. Okay, good to know. Thank you very much. Yeah. So then we had him first, Milky Walker third. I've again forgotten who's second. I'm so sorry. But yeah, Fire Bailey with a 15.6. That is the mark to beat. Who can beat it? I think it's Lewis Hamilton across the line next. It is, crosses the line, and it's faster. 15.5. See, I knew it was an Aston. I knew it. Bailey is in second, then Lantern drops behind him. Is Lantern's in a different car to normal, is he not? Yeah, so XM, one of 2 race winners. Oh, Michael Louis disqualified for blocking the pit lane. So he's going to be out of this session then, and that is not a good start for him. And it's starting to properly chuck it down now, so you want to get in your lap as fast as you physically can. Otherwise, you will be out of this session. The top 6 definitely safe. Yeah, it's intermediate. It's intermediate weather now. You've got to get out on those inters and see how you can do on those. And for some reason, my mic's a little bit weird today. I'm going to have to try and sort this out as we're going. See if I can hold my... There we go. Tim are really struggling. A 1 minute 30 first sector. That's not good at all. Flair then. Also on an invalid lap there. Milky Walker also on an invalid lap. You have to go out on those intermediate tyres. You really do. You have to go out on the inters. If you don't, you're going to be a bit screwed. So yeah. The Spud will be the first one to try out the inters here. Mic, and I believe I have, just can't move my hands ever. Oh, and Spud invalidates and hits the wall. That's not a good start. to the intermediate running. No one else on the inters has started their lap yet. Who will be the next? Next one to do a lap on the inters will be... No, it will be Dan. So Dan will be the first one to do an intermediate lap. And we'll see how well he can do here. He's got Timet in front of him, who's still on at soft compound tyres. That's not great. I'm not sure why he's still sticking on to that. That's going to be a bit of an iffy one. Odd one to explain to the team. Well, odd one for the team to explain to him after that. And now Dan starting his lap. Coming down towards turn 1 then. Why is my mic doing this? I hate this. Sorry. Right. Hopefully that's better. No, it's still not better. Give me a sec. I'm going to see if I can change controller, and maybe it's the connection in there. If it's not, then I'm just going to have to deal with it for the race. Right. I have worked out it is the headset, so there's nothing I can do about the crackly voice. I'm very sorry about that. But Dan about to finish his lap then. He's going to head down into the final 2 corners. And here we go, across the line. What time is it going to be from Dan? High hopes him today. He looked fast last week. What can he do here? And up to 7th place, so second fastest of, well, the fastest. Is he the fastest to be... best? No, he's 3rd of the inter runners. So it's going to be a battle between these guys. I don't know why Jarvis is even out on the track, actually. There's no point in being out there, but... Anywho. Timet on his outlap. Flair about to come across the line. Where can he put his car? And apparently nowhere. There's a 17 according to that. It must have been validated. Yanis. What can he do is he's about to head into that final sector. 48.3 for him so far this lap. Glasses has gone 11th, the other Haas just behind Dan there. Yuki Boy already has, so there's 3 people guaranteed out of this session. So Spud Racing and Milky Walker, currently the ones in danger. Milky Walker still on that soft compound tyre, just waiting at the moment. I'm not sure what he's doing, still in there. And then only 2 people, or only one person will be out of this session that's not already hashed out there, because of course we only have 19 drivers right now, and Yanis has gone fastest of the intermediate tyre runners. So actually at the moment it seems like it's going to be Milky Walker and then the other 3. So that's a bit of an odd one. And Flair crosses the line, goes 7th. Nicely done from him, 19.7. Looking good in wet weather conditions is Flair. Timet invalidated his most recent lap. Spud Racing doing the same in the first sector there. Milky Walker has now come out onto the track and is on the intermediate tyre now. And will be starting his flying lap. So one person will be out of this qualifying session. And the question is, who will it be? Who that isn't already out. So Nuki Boy, Callum and Michael Louis already out of this session. We know that for a fact. It's just who can escape. Oh, it's who will join them, actually. Milky Walker heading down through the first sector. Oh, it's looking a little bit iffy, but it's going well there for him. There we go, looking better now as he heads into what's a very awkward section of corners. And all seems to be medium speed at this section of the track. It makes it very difficult to overtake. However, this is one of the overtaking opportunities. You're going to have to be side by side already heading into this corner if you want to make a move during the race, or you've got to basically hit the other guy out of the way. So not the greatest opportunity down there. This is another great opportunity though, as you can really dive down the inside into the hairpin. Probably the best overtaking opportunity on the track, along with turn 1. Milky Walker then heading down the final straight towards the little chicane that will take him onto the start-finish straight and to finish his lap. Of course, no DRS due to it being wet as well. He gets up the gears and about to cross the line. What time is it? It's enough to put in 14. It's getting wetter and wetter out there. It's going to be harder to set those fast times. And, well, it might just be between Timet and Spud at this stage. Deaton has retired. Oh no, has he crashed? No, he's just retired in the pit lane. He decided he's done enough, and Spud Racing crosses the line. That's enough for 14th. Very nicely done from him. So it seems like it's hard to get out of the 21s at this stage. So currently Timet will be joining Nuki Boy, Callum and Michael Louis being out of this session. But can he jump ahead of Milky Spud? Oh, can he jump ahead of Milky and shove him into that spot? But can Milky jump above Spud and shove him in that spot? That's the question at this stage. Spud invalidates his lap. Timet still not out on the track. I'm not sure what he's doing. There we go, coming out now. And Destroyer's decided he's done. Well, it might be a wet race if it's, you know, if it's wet now, it might be a, oh, it's a dry race, okay. So, Keep, did you put on a wet setup? Ah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. Well, you're going to have an interesting time then, Keep, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, so Q2 and Q3 are wet. Yeah, you can qualify well as well, Keep. So if you can get yourself qualifying high, this is a track where it can be difficult to overtake. So if you qualify as high as you physically can, then maybe you'll be all right. So Jarvis going for the more aggressive strategy, low wings. He's going to be trying to punch through the field, and he's going to be a little bit slower through the corners though, of course. So we'll see how that works out for him. Currently being 5th, of course, one of the 6 people to get that soft compound run in. Everyone else on low wings, okay. You know, Keep, you might be fine. You'll have the advantage through the corners. Yeah. Yes, you'll have the advantage through the corners, Keep, and then down the straights they'll have your number. So you're going to have to use quite a lot of ERS. But you could do it. You could do it. Oh, Destroyer's first race in the league. That's good to see. Some new guys joining in. Good luck for you, Destroyer, in this one. Currently 11th and will be safe. It's almost guaranteed. Dan's now decided his time is up. There's no need. Oh, and Dan also was told it's going to be a wet race. So this could be interesting for Dan and Keep. They're going to struggle during the race, but should be good during qualifying. Timet now heading into the final 2 corners. What time can he set? Can he get himself out that bottom 5 and save his skin? Comes across the line. And it's not enough. 23.2. He needs to gain 2 seconds. That's a big, big time game. It looks like Timmer might be out here. Yeah, they're quite low wings, Deaton. Yeah, so you're gonna have to do you're gonna have to defend like a lion, basically. Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. Well, I have all faith in you, Keep. I have some faith in you, Keep. Yeah, you're on the intermediate tyres. Oh. Aldan. If you guys don't understand the joke that Dan just put in the chat, a while ago, this must have been over a year ago now, I, during a race at Spa in another league, was saying intermediate quite a lot during the race. Of course, it was a mixed weather scenario, and we didn't really know what was going to happen. And, well, I accidentally said intimate tyres once, pointed out myself, and yeah. There we go. So instead of intermediates, we've got the intimate tyres. And that will be... That is qualifying session over. Timmer has come into the pits with only 1 minute left. And... that's it. For Timmer, he will be out of this session. Milky Walker is safe. And that's going to be the end of that session. It is definitely not... it's definitely not gaining time. They're even further behind than they were. He just set a slower time than he did before. It's definitely going to be Inters. Yeah. I would assume Inters all the qualifying sessions. There's a possibility it gets to wets, because it is really pouring it down, but there is still a tiny bit of a drier line. So until we get major puddles, it's going to be Inters. It's not drying. It's just they've got a slight dry line. They're going slower than they were. It's getting slower. Yeah. How is it drying? There's puddles, and it's pouring it down. There wasn't puddles before. Milky decides to do some donuts, I guess. If he could retire, that'd be lovely, because, you know... Oh, right. Sure. Let me see. 120. And if I go down to... Spud. No, Milky, there we go. No, he did a 123 most recently. So I don't think they are. There was someone who used the wet tyres. Might have a look at that, but... Yeah, I wouldn't say the wets are faster, but the Inters are definitely not... They don't seem to be getting faster either. Milky getting a bit slower there, but yeah. 6/10 on the straights. Okay, right. Why was that? Was that some damage, or was that just pure no grip? Right, so we lose Timmer, Nuki Boy, Callum, and Michael. Louis. Michael has been good at qualifying so far, but unfortunately disqualified there. And Nuki Boy has been, or Callum's been really strong so far this season. And Nuki Boy got podium in the first race of the season, but unfortunately out in the first part of qualifying here today. So we're down to 15 drivers, and we'll lose 5 in this session. Will take us down to 10. It should be another wet session. Who's going to be first out? I'm going to assume it's going to be Bailey. Here we go. He is the first man out of the box. He's on the wets. He is on the wets. Now, that is interesting. That is something we wouldn't have expected. I'm going to see what other tyres people are deciding to go on. So, mixture of wets and intermediates, and we'll see which ones are going faster. Interesting. It seems to be slightly less wet than it was at the end of last session, though. There's less standing water now than there was before, and less rain, crucially, as well. Sunny in 15-minute time. So actually, this could be basically whoever goes round last wins this one. That could be very, very interesting. With the track still drying, we could end up getting a dash to the line. Who can cross the line with only 1 second to go and have the best conditions to do their lap? Highly likely we end up getting something like that in this session. And I'm not convinced by Bailey's strategy. And IFC Lewis Hamilton decided to go out on the softs. So that's another interesting one. He's the only one to have done that. I'm not sure why he's done that. Let's see how his grip's at, how he's managing with grip. Not very well. He's understeering massively. So, although quite smooth on the throttle, it's not looking too jaggedy. Braking's a little bit bad, though. It's not looking great for Lewis Hamilton there. Bailey's pulled back into the pits, I'm assuming, to fit a different set of tyres. So first man to start a lap will be Dan, who is on the wet... Actually, no, it won't. Sorry. First man to start a lap is... Is it Deaton? No, it is Janice, who's on the wet compound tyre. And we'll see how he compares to the Inter runners. So Bradley, for example. So what is Yanis's first sector time? 23.8. Remember that figure. 23.8 on the wets. And what is it on the Inters? 23.7. Oh, that's close on the intermediates to the wets then. So in other sectors, it could be different. $50 for the second sector. 50 overall for the second sector there for Yanis. And Bradley, yeah, it's definitely slower to be on that wet compound tyre now. And it's only going to get worse. It is drying up. And, well, this rain is starting to go away. You can see that dry line starting to form, that darker patch on the track. And as Yanis about to cross the line on the mini-map there, you can see he sets a 22.4. Now, what is the wet compound tyre going to be? 22.3 for Dan on that wet as well. What's the Inters going to be like? Bradley crosses the line to set the first interlap. He invalidated on the final corner, didn't he? That's great. So people struggling the track limits, we could have a heavily penalty-affected race, and Flair's almost 2 seconds faster there. So I think we know which tyre's better, and everyone should be heading on to the intermediates now. Yeah, even XM so far behind. Everyone should be on the intermediates. Keep about to cross the line. What time does he set on the Inters? Goes second fastest on those tyres, of course, using a wet setup for this. So the drier it gets, the more annoyed he gets. Same with Dan. Lanton has invalidated his lap. Bradley invalidated his lap as well. So people really struggling with these track limits. Of course, it's on strict track limits. Deaton 22.4, so him on the Inters is not as fast as the wet tyres, but I would definitely suggest being on the Inters at this stage. 3 people ahead of the 3 wet runners. Who will be next across the line? Jarvis, I think is coming into the pit lane here. Yes, he is. Spud will be next across the line. Does he invalidate? No, he doesn't. Keeps it on the track nicely, so he will cross the line. He will cross the line to set a 20.6. Good, great time from him. Absolutely brilliant there. So only 15 thousandths off of being in first. Very nicely done from Spud. Deaton close to crossing the line now. Everyone's moved over to the inters except from Destroyer, who I'm sure will switch over in just a second. And we shall see who can come out on top. Of course, they get many less sets of inters than they do softs, so you've got to be more conservative with these tyres. You don't get too many sets of them, and you get quite a few sets of softs for qualifying, so they're going to have to be very, very careful on how they use these tyres. Glass is currently in last place, having not set a lap time, along with 4 other people. He's currently in the drop zone. If he stays here, he will not be making it into Q3. Keep Hyper goes fastest at 120.1, and that's 5 tenths faster than the next closest guy. Keep Hyper absolutely flying on that intermediate tyre. Glass is then about to cross the line. What time can the Haas driver set? Can he put himself ahead of his teammate here? Of course, his teammate's time was set on the wet tyre, but no, he cannot. That's the laps. That's the tyre all the laps were set on. We'll leave it on that for just a little bit. Delta's getting worse. Okay, they're starting to get wetter again. Maybe the conditions are so changeable. No, Dan is far. Well, he was on the wets before though. See someone who's go on board with Jarvis for the first sector, see what his Delta's doing here. And he's faster as well. It seems to be getting faster actually. The Delta, their time seems to be getting faster as they go. Of course, I don't know the full picture. I'm not driving the thing. As Milky Walker goes fastest, almost in the 19s. We're definitely getting faster. Hey, thank you, Kopi. Thank you very, very much. That is so kind for subscribing with Prime. That is such a help to the league, of course. That is absolutely amazing. That 13-month subscription is amazing. Thank you so much, Kopi. That's brilliant. Keep ran out of fuel. Okay, that's not great. And Dan has moved himself up into 3rd place. That is a proper commitment. Thank you very much, Kobe. That is a brilliant, brilliant commitment. It is such a help. Giannis now. Oh, he's being stopped. He's being blocked. Oh no, who's in his way? Who is that in his way? Who is it? That would be IFC Lewis Hamilton. He seems to be on a fast lap as well, though. So bad planning from Giannis there. and he's got stuck behind the Alpine, and that is just not what you want. You want clear air, and he's stuck in the dirty, filthy air of this man. And the lap times are just getting faster and faster. It really is going to be last one across the line. And this is mad. This is absolutely mad. You've got to be out there right now just doing laps. So you come out in the next 2 minutes and just be doing laps, because that's what you've got to do. It's absolutely what you've got to do. Right here, just to get yourself into the groove again and get those laps going. Yanis goes second place, even stuck behind Lewis Hamilton, who goes 9th place with that lap. Deaton about to cross the line. What time is it for him? Up to 10th place for him, just about getting himself out of the drop zone. Remember, that bottom 5 will be out of qualifying at the end of this. And Destroyer yet to set a lap. I wonder why that is. His first IFC race. Why has he not come out? And Dan is retired. He's crashed. Bad news for Dan. He's crashed. So he's sat down in 10th place. He's got the time he needs to be okay. Currently, he would actually be in 4th had he not crashed. But if enough people go faster than him, it's at the end for Dan. And the lap times are only getting faster with the rain having disappeared. There is no more rain. The rain has stopped. We've got a dry track, and Dan is out of the session. He can't do any more laps. Will people be able to overtake him or not? That is the question. This has become a real problem for Dan here. He needs that qualifying position after putting on the wrong setup. This could be an absolute mess for C46 Dan here. Oh, you crashed. Of course. Of course. I'm very dumb sometimes. I'm very dumb. Of course, I forget that. So yeah, Dan guaranteed out. So if they don't overtake him, only 9 go through, and we want 10. So let's get overtaking Dan, shall we? But of course, Dan wants to stay in that top 10. Otherwise, he's going to be struggling badly. Bailey goes into second. And Flair, oh my word. An absolute beast on that intermediate tyre. That's insane. With only 2 minutes to go in the session, will we see 9 or 10 people in Q3? It's looking more swayed towards 10 at the moment, with people going faster and faster every lap, although Jarvis has not come out of the pit lane. Neither is Milky, neither is Yanis, neither has Bradley. Could that be to their detriment? Because it seems like the lap times are much faster than when those guys set it, with 2 people now in the 18s. This could be a real problem for those guys. Is Destroyer on the Inters? Yes, he is. I thought he was on the wets for a second there. And XM also on the Inters. As Deaton goes up into 3rd place. People dropping down quickly, and Bradley will not get round in time now. So that will be his qualifying session over. He's just got to hope enough people don't overtake him. And right now, they're overtaking him as quick as, or anything really. He's absolutely flying down the order, which is not what you want. Bailey's come in with a 19.5. Is that enough to see him through into the next session? Keep Piper about to cross the line. What time will it be for the AlphaTauri driver? And it's fastest. What a time. 7/10 faster than Flair. Brilliant stuff from Keep. We got side-by-side running there for a second. 3 people right in a row. I'm not sure what's going on there. What is happening? Milky Walker's got to get this lap right. Otherwise, he is out of this qualifying session. Dan now down into 12th, so we will get 10 people in the next part of qualifying. Destroyer's up into 7th place. Right now, it'll be Milky, Jarvis, Spud, and Lewis Hamilton out of this session. Milky starting his flying lap. He's got 1 attempt at this. Jarvis also with 1 attempt to get this right. Spud Racing is almost 2 seconds up, and that'll be enough to see him through into the next part of qualifying. Bailey and Bradley both on a tightrope right now, 8th and 9th. They've got to hope that no one overtakes them. Time is up for everyone. So if you're on a lap, you can continue it, but if you haven't started your lap yet, That's it for you. Spud Racing goes fastest to knock out Janice down into the bottom 5. Bradley now in 10th. If one person beats him now, he is out of this part of qualifying. Bailey, if 2 people beat him, he's out of this part of qualifying. And Destroyer is quite close to the edge here. He wants to get in a better time as well. He's back across the line, so what can Destroyer do in his first IFC race? Can he get himself into Q3? Nice and smooth through the final chicane. Is it fast enough, though? He gets on the throttle across the line. What time is it for Destroyer? And it's enough! Fastest for Destroyer in his first IFC race. What a lap time that is from him. Very nicely done. Bradley now out of this qualifying session, and Yanis makes a mistake. Oh no, Yanis. Oh, Yanis. Oh, that's not what you want to happen there. And Jarvis, I think, will be out as well. He's invalidated, so he is also out. The man who came 4th last week qualifies 15th today. And that is the end of Q2. And if you guys like football, then, well, Southampton have already scored against Arsenal. In the first minute of the game, they scored. Anyway, Bailey qualifies 11th. He's out of this session. Bradley 12th, Yanis 13th, Dan 14th, and Jarvis 15th. All of those guys just not being able to get there fast enough. Now, I must preface all the football stuff with the fact that I am a Arsenal fan. And yeah, Glass is Q3, sorry. Yeah, that's insane from him. Absolutely incredible. He's done a great job. It was all about being out there last and not messing up on that final lap. And well, it's worked very, very nicely there for some guys and not too great for others. Yeah, the track was ramping up really, really quickly at the end. Really quickly. And the track is now dry. So back to normal for these guys. We will see them all coming out on the soft compound tyre. Or the medium for some, actually. Even though they've got loads of soft compound tyres left. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, Bailey. You've just got to be that bit faster. So I believe all the drivers, except from one, yeah. So CRX Lantern on the medium compound tyre. I'm guessing to just do like a banker lap and just ease into it again, not wanting to waste a set of softs for his warm-up. So let's see what he can do in this part of qualifying. And it's a real cold colours. If you look at the teams there, all of them, the colours at the side are all very cold colours. You've got a blue, a teal, blue, 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 a grey, blue, green, teal, white. So all very cold colours. You've got no Ferrari Academy teams left except from Glasses. And, yeah, so the Ferrari Academy boys are going to be hoping that Glasses can do his absolute darnest to get this to work for them. Alright then, let's go on board with Deaton as he starts his lap in that Williams car. Heading through the first chicane there. Oh, very nicely done for him there. Slightly jaggedy, but very fast through that section. He sets a 20.6 in the first sector. Now through the medium speed corners, slightly right to the curb too much on the first one, but not too bad on the second. Could use a little bit more of the exit there as well. Again, a little bit more speed as he now heads into the final part of this sector and invalidates, unfortunately, for Deet. That lap will not count. Third Racing will be the first to set his lap, though, the other Williams, as he comes through the final chicane now. Oh, invalidates through the final corner. Oh, and he crashes badly as well. He's so lucky to have not lost a tyre. So lucky. And Lewis Hamilton, first one to set his lap time, 1:11.8. Destroyer goes second and Keep Hyper goes third. So Lewis Hamilton still at the front for now. Flair was looking really, really quick in the last part of qualifying, but we don't know whether that was just due to the wet weather conditions or not. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Milky Walker also looking very fast. Again, don't know whether it's the wet weather conditions, but I don't think it is. He was fast last week as well. So we should see a fast time from him if he can keep it valid. Again, people really, really struggling with the track limits here today. We could see some hefty, hefty penalties coming people's way. Yeah, maybe, Dan. XM goes fastest then with an 11.6, 2 tenths faster. And Lewis Hamilton, very nicely done. And of course, last week's winner looking to do the repeat. And then fourth place there. Flair about to cross the line, looking really fast in the last part of qualifying. Both Mercedes were. What can Flair do here? Are we going to see a traditional Mercedes performance? He goes fastest by 5 tenths of a second. What a lap that is from him. Milky Walker crosses the line and goes second place. Now this is a Mercedes dominance so far. You're not a good idea to be racing people while you're in qualifying. Just like to mention that, guys. If you didn't know, it's not the race; it is qualifying. So don't be racing people. It's not a great idea. CRX Lantern then on a lap. No, Destroyer, everyone else. Oh, as in the only person without a teammate. No. You've got Keep Hyper doesn't have his teammate with him. Glasses doesn't have his teammate with him. And Deaton, no, not Deaton. Lewis Hamilton does not have his teammate with him either. There's 4 of you. It's really hard to tell though, because all the colours are so similar. Yeah. Oh, Glasses spins. Flair can get so much more time. He's already in first. What more time is there to give? Keep Hyper about to cross the line. And oh, it was just his outlap. Flips there. Lantern then about to cross the line. Doesn't invalidate. Nicely done from him. What time can he set? It's enough for 4th. Very nicely done. 2 Red Bulls. 2 Mercedes, then 2 Red Bulls. And that is just hitting too close to home. Is it 2021 all over again? Glasses on it. Not great lap after spinning in the first sector, so he's going to have to go around again. Those tyres will be not performing very well. Piper is invalidated this lap. Lantern on a slow one, so everyone at the moment on slow laps or in the pits. So first one out the pits. I don't know who that's going to be. We'll have to wait and see with this one. It could really be anyone. I mean, there's not really any reason for them not to come out the pits in about a minute or so. So, yeah. They'll sit there for a little bit and then we'll have a massive rush to the line. And watch out for these Mercedes. They are absolutely rapid. Haven't seen what Spud Racing and Glasses can do in the dry yet. We'll have to see. No, it's not. It can't be 2-0 Southampton. It cannot be. It just cannot be. It just can't be. It's not possible. It's not possible. I don't believe it. No, not possible. Tell me it's not happened. Tell me it's not happened. Well, it says 2 shots, 2 on target. Oh, it actually is. Oh, my word. Arsenal are going to be smashed by Southampton. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Oh, my word. Right, Deaton gets out on track. I can distract myself from the football. And heading out on track in that Williams, first man to bite the bullet and go out with 3 minutes to go. What time can he set? Arsenal are just collapsing in the football. They're just collapsing. As soon as the pressure's on, it's just all over. And we're not even going to finish second, I think, at this stage. Anyway, this isn't football, this is F1. Deaton now heading down the back straight and about to start his flying lap in just a second. With only 2 minutes left on the clock, there's some people still left in the pit lane. They'll be coming out any second now, I'd assume. According to the game, Deaton's lap's already started. It has not. He's not across the line yet. Yes, we've got people coming out now, and Deaton might catch the traffic here. That's not great for him. Comes out ahead of the Alpine there, but he's got some cars ahead of him as Deaton starts his flying lap. He might get another attempt at it, but that's unfortunate for him if he does catch them on this one in that Williams. That could be quite detrimental. As he now heads down towards the first proper overtaking spot of the lap. And then now towards Sector 3. What can Deaton do? And the car's getting very nicely out of the way for him. So he's got a free run down to the line. Locks up slightly there though. So Deaton struggling on the brakes a little bit. And what time can he set? Can Deaton get himself in the pole picture? Or will it be P7 still for him? We'll have to wait and see. Deaton through the final 2 turns on this Canada circuit. Oh, he's crashed! Oh, Deaton's thrown it away. And he's broken his front wing in the process, so he won't improve. And that's qualifying over for TRC Deaton. T Piper goes into 3rd place. Milky Walker on his outlap still. 26 seconds to go. He's got enough time, but it's going to be a little bit iffy. Glasses retires from the session. And Deaton also out, remember. Oh, and Spud invalidates. This is not good for Spud. That means 10th place for him. He's not going to be able to get back round in time. So he qualifies 10th. A disaster for the Williams boys. But now in the battle for pole position, Flair is up, but he's invalidated. Flair has invalidated. That is it for him. That's the end of qualifying for him. So can Milky steal away his pole position? He's down in the first sector as Milky. Not a good start. Peak down in every sector there. He's invalidated his lap. So it looks like it's XM versus Flair here. He's got to gain a lot of time. Into the final two. Oh, and Lewis Hamilton goes into second place. What a lap from him. Throws a spanner in the works for the two big teams. And XM gets pole position. What a lap time from him. The only man to get into the 110s. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. And Destroyer goes second. His first IFC race, and he almost gets pole position. What a lap from Destroyer. And that's it for Lantern. That is the end of qualifying. So XM in first, Destroyer second, Flair third, Hamilton fourth, Milky fifth, Keep Hyper sixth, it's Lantern in seventh, Deaton eighth, Glasses ninth, and Spud Racing 10th. What a qualifying. What a qualifying session we had there, and that doesn't mean anything in terms of points as well. So we're on to the race. Who's going to take it? We'll have to wait and see. And in the football, Arsenal have responded. It's now 2-1 to Southampton. So Arsenal coming back there, remember, earlier on in the football season, Arsenal drew to Southampton. So not too far off there so far. All right, then heading on to the race, we've got the formation lap. And then we'll be going ahead for the Canadian Grand Prix, round 3 of season 7. Here in IFC, who will take the win. XM looking to do the double. Destroyer and Flair behind him on a different tyre. So XM kind of isolated on his own on that tyre there. Of course, with loads of other people across the field joining him. But in terms of the guys fighting for the win, he's got a gap between him and the other medium runners. That could mean that he gets a gap at the start. Those other guys are going to be slower off the start. Let's see. What did Kopi say? I disconnected from the chat for a second. Predicted pit stop strategy is going to be hard to medium, or mediums are hard, or medium soft. So let's see. Got the footy. Sometimes you've got to say, you know, just the score, or you know, I don't. I'm not going to interrupt something exciting to say the footy. Michael Louis looking to come back from a bad qualifying here. Dan and Jarvis disqualified. So that's going to put them on really cold tyres for the start. Let's see how that one plays out. With Michael Louis then in 19th place there. He's going to have to try and... He's going to try and find a way back up here. And we'll see. We shall see. Yanis and Tim are getting disqualified as well there. So 13th to 16th, all going to be on cold tyres. These bottom three, we know they're fast. Same with Dan and Jarvis. But can they claw their way up the field? We'll have to wait and see. as the drivers take their positions on the grid. The Hearts will be beating at 1,000,000 miles an hour, trying to compose themselves ready for the start of this Canadian Grand Prix here in IFC. And that's some pretty bad parking there from Flair. I'm not sure. You cannot park worse. I think he's obviously trying to angle himself so he can cut someone off. But, you know, interesting decision being in third. Makes sense if first does it. Here we go. We have 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's go, go, go here in IFC. And Van Speed gets the jump on everybody else. Destroy is there, but Flair down the inside. Can he make the move happen? Now around the outside in the Mercedes. Can he make the jump on the Aston Martin? Trying to make his way through. The Aston Martin trying to hold on the inside, but he can't. Flair up into second already. And with Milky Walker trying to get past Destroyer as well. He's on the medium compound tyre. It should be an easier move for him. Flair on that hard, trying to get past Van Speed on the mediums. There's been a big crash at the back though. What's happened? Fire Bailey's out. Fire Bailey, big crash into the barriers. Lantern's got some damage. Deaton also with damage. And Keith Hyper's been involved in that incident as well. Michael Louis up into 15th and we got a safety car. Let's have a look at who's gained the most here. Position change. So we've got Glasses up 3 places, Dan up 6, Callum up 8 places, Yanis up 4, Nuki Boy up 5 positions so far. This is mad. I'm not going to dish your parking again. That worked very nicely, Flair. Up into second place, very nicely done. Now, some of those guys I said needed to get a better start have absolutely capitalised on that, especially Callum in that Alfa Romeo. Now behind his teammate, he gained 8 places in less than a lap. That is incredible. As Tim Air pulls into bits. Lots of people heading into the pits there. 4 guys, all with damage. Jarvis and Michael Louis included there. So both the Ferraris doing a double stack in the pit lane. And Michael Louis stuck behind Jarvis. He's going to end up last again. Oh, that's disaster for Michael Louis. Back to the front. And Van Speed's just sat behind the safety car. Nice and relaxed. Timet already with a penalty. What is that penalty for? Speeding in the pit lane, I assume, or collision under safety car. That's not what you want to be happening. Hello, Glasses. How you doing, mate? Safety car should be coming in next lap. Michael Louis not far off the pack now, so safety car will be coming in next lap and we'll be going again on lap 4 of this race. The guys at the back with hardly a tyre advantage, but a slight one. And we'll see what can happen. Tim Air already with that penalty, remember? And we'll see what happens here. Of course, mixed strategy, some on the mediums, some on the hards. And we'll see which one works out best in the end. You hate this track, Flair? Fair enough. I mean, it's a... It's an interesting track, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's a bit of a street. It's a street track, but it's got some elements of it that feel more normal tracky. It's a bit of a weird one, and it is quite technical as well in the way it works as well. It's quite difficult. Got a party invite now. Okay. I'll just open it. You join. It's quicker. There you go. Now you can join there. And XM has turned into the de facto safety car. When will he go? Best time to go here is when you're just coming out of that final corner, because everyone else is still having to go through the corner. Or not. For XM. He's still not gone. Now he's gone. And he's left Flair in the dust. And Milky Walker right alongside Destroyer. Can he dive down the inside? He's got to make sure he doesn't clip his teammate in the process. He has gone down the inside, now around the outside, gone a little bit deep there as Milky Walker trying to make the overtake on Destroyer, just how Flair did at the start of the race. Has he made it happen? Yes, he has. And now Destroyer is trying to defend from Lewis Hamilton. Can he do it? No, he can't. And Destroyer is being eaten up. Spud Racing now down the inside. He can't quite make that work, though. Destroyer stays in 5th place, but he loses 2 places at the start there. Glass is trying to make his way past Spud, after Spud overtook him at the restart. Yuki getting past Dan, and Dan starting to struggle, I think, maybe here. Although, oh, collision there. Someone's lost part of their car, and that would be Lantern. Lantern loses his whole front wing, and that's going to cause a real problem for the guys behind him. They're going to be stuck behind him for a long, long time. You sure? It says it's open. Whoa, that's a collision there. What happened there? What on earth just happened? Someone's tapped someone else's back. That would be a loss of part of a front wing. I'm not sure I have you friended or not. Nail, are you in the... Spud Racing getting past Destroyer now. Destroyer's being eaten alive at this restart. Tyre's not warm enough. He tries to fight back down the inside. Can he hold on this time? Spud's going to go for the exit. Destroyer's going to have the inside line, but it's not enough. Something seems to be up the Destroyer's car there. Let me just get Nail into the party. Right, there we go. Back to the race. IFC Bradley trying to make a move past Glasses. Glasses just trying to hold on, trying to keep that 6th place he gained at the start. And doing a good job at it. Callum has managed to get up into 9th place. Now Dan trying to get past Yanis. Can Yanis hold on down the inside? The answer is no. And Callum absolutely flying. Absolutely storming through. Bradley's trying to make a move on Glasses still. Down the inside, does he go? No, he doesn't in the Alpine. Trying to hold back. Just for the time being. Knows he can't get through. And just trying to keep himself going. Timmy gets a 3-second time penalty. That's already 8 seconds worth of time penalties for him so far this race. And Nail, are you there? I did that when I... Oh, it was turned off for some reason. There you go. I turned it on when I started the stream. Tim has spun. Right. So on top of that 8 seconds worth of penalties, he is now a good 10 seconds off the back of the pack.
Alright, I'm just going to get everything loaded up.
Piper, is he going to try and make the move down the outside on Deaton? Yes, he is. Wheel bang there from the two of them. Keeps trying to go around the outside. Now as the inside into that little kink. Oh, and there's a collision. Deaton round. And did Deaton give enough space to keep Hyper or not? That is the question.
Who will be... I don't know. Flair's starting to catch XM now. And I've just noticed Callum's gone from 17th on the grid, I think, No, 18th on the grid.
To 9th.
The 9th, that is quite impressive so far.
It is ridiculous. He's now made a move on Glasses as well. Round the outside. Can Glasses hold
Oh,
on?
no.
Oh, collision. Dan has hit the brunt of that.
Dan's, no.
Dan has hit the brunt of that, and he has managed to lose part of his front wing as well. Jarvis, big gainer from that situation. Yuki Boy trying to make a move down the inside of Michael Louis. He can't make it work. And now it's being overtaken by Keep Hyper. Something's wrong with Yuki Boy's car, is it? Yes, he's lost the end plate of his front wing as well.
He might have let his teammate through to go chase.
Oh, no, he hasn't lost the end plate of his front wing. Yeah, I think he's just let his teammate through because he's on the mediums and, of course, Yuki Boy on the hards there.
So, XM's taking a good lap. Well, he's taking a big chunk of time. Well, I don't know. Wait. I think XM's gone like 8/10 faster than Flair this lap.
Wow.
So he's made a good gap.
Yeah, so Flair set fast that last lap, didn't he? And then XM's now just taken that back.
Yeah, and Flair should set 14.9.
Oh,
he's
and
gone a
Milky
second
spun.
faster.
Milky spun. Down the order he drops. He was in a solid third place. Has now dropped right down the order.
Oh,
he's been hit in the
contact
rear
between
by Callum. And Callum, after a brilliant start, has hit him in the rear and does that affect his front wing? Oh, he's spun again! And Callum involved in that incident, and so is Jarvis. Oh, and that's just such a shame for Jarvis and Callum. No fault of their own. Milky spins and collects them with him.
Oh no.
Oh, that's dreadful. Dreadful luck.
And Milky spun again, so Milky will be probably way out of running. He's lost the front wing as well. And even Ladson's passed him.
But Michael Louis has gone from last up to 14th to last again up to 8th. That's an impressive start from him.
Yeah, indeed. Yuki Boy's made some positions. Now Michael Louis made 11, look. Just gonna keep an eye on Milky if he crashes.
He's gonna have to pit Milky, 100%.
Yeah.
Yanis has got some wing damage.
El Glasses this round.
Oh.
El Glasses has lost his whole front wing in the final corner. Safety car deployed.
And Glasses has to do an entire lap before he can pit as well.
Yeah, but I think it would be more beneficial for him.
Well, actually,
and my
yeah,
cat is eating.
Due to the safety car, it's not too bad.
Yeah. And now Milky Walker. Milky Walker, I think, should have stayed out, but.
No, he had wing damage. He spun multiple times, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he had wing damage, but if he stayed out and pitted in next lap, he would have had more fresh tyres.
True, but I mean, I think the new hards he's put on, they'll make it to the next safety car. Definitely. The way this race is going, they'll make it to the next safety car, so that's all he has to worry about.
Okay, so Keep Piper's got a penalty. That's obviously not great for him. There's also El Glasses has picked up a penalty, and Timmer. XM comes in the pits, of course. Flair stays out, interestingly.
Oh.
So does Spud.
So it seems like the hard compound tyres are going to stay out.
I see Bradley's also.
Although Destroyer's
hard compounds have to
he's
stay
on the hards.
My
I'm not sure the
cat's trying to eat a paperclip.
Also in on the hards. And Michael Louis stays out on the mediums.
I think 25 or so laps could be a big task on the mediums. But
to get through it on the mediums, that's difficult.
Yeah,
you can do it on the hards though.
Will there be another safety car? Most likely.
Yeah.
So maybe the guys can be more aggressive. Like XM's in 4th now.
Well, we know what happened last time XM pitted and the other guys at the front didn't. Last race he absolutely fired his way back through, so I have no doubt he'll be able to make that work again.
Yeah, and I don't think he got a penalty after the race, so his win does stand.
Yeah, so he got that one.
Everyone said it wasn't going to stand, but it stands.
Yeah, even Arrow said it wasn't going to stand.
Which is very interesting, because Deaton obviously made a decision. But other students as well did. Tim was up to 9th, though. That's a good one. I mean, he's made up lots of positions. Michael Louis 19th to 14th. The 14th position was up.
Yeah, he's gone for. He's had it in 10 laps. He's gone from 19th to 14th to 18th to 5th.
Yeah, but I'm not sure he pitted.
He didn't pit,
so
but that's still a
he's on the
crazy
mediums,
journey.
though. He's still on the mediums.
That's
He just
yeah.
really-
I don't.
So
I don't
maybe-
understand the strategy.
I mean,
Is he going to be aggressive and then just wait for another safety car?
it could be that.
Because
But
the
you're gonna
mediums
spend-
can last 15 to 20 laps.
Yeah.
Because they've
So-
gone through 2 safety cars, so definitely on the top end of that. So, and
Yeah,
actually,
and-
he pitted on the second lap, actually, didn't he? So he pitted in the first safety car. So
All right. I missed the start of a race.
yeah, he pitted on the second safety car. So yeah,
It's been 2 safety cars already.
yeah. So, yes, this is the second one. He pitted on the first
Oh.
one.
Oh right, I thought
Um,
you meant this
yeah,
is the third
I think
one.
yeah, I think I said the
If
wrong
this
one.
was third one, if
No, it's the second one. So we had one on lap 1 due to Fire Bailey's collision with it seemed like half the grid, and that put a lot of people in the pit lane. And Keep Hyper wanted to change his front wing in the pits, and it didn't change it.
You must, lads. Anyone watching this, right? You must put it to fixed wind damage. Yes. If
Not
you forget,
auto,
you're dead.
but yeah. If it's auto, the game chooses for you, and if it's only light damage, they might go, "Oh, it's not worth the time." So
So you must put yes.
you
Done
must.
that out once. And it didn't end well. Right, 6 cars in this lap. I have IVR
we'll
Flare is going to be leading the way. I know. Does my cat find another paperclip? Okay, you lead
According
this.
to Milky Walker, the
thingy.
front right and grass don't work very well, which I'm not too surprised by after your 2 spins,
Oh
Milky.
Okay, right.
Flare will lead
Where's
us
this
off.
Flare going to go?
He should. I would say that logic is you go now, and he does. There we go.
Here we go.
But
But
Spider's
Spud's got a
predicted
very
it.
good restart. Spud's in the split stream. And when he
He
goes trying to
pulls
go around
it
and
inside, he
look on the
does.
inside.
Oh, doesn't go for it. Doesn't go
he
for it.
doesn't
Pulls out.
send it.
Pulls out the last second. He doesn't want to risk that Williams car, and that leaves Flair in the lead. No moves made through turn 1. Although Destroyer's looking for a move on Deaton, but he can't make that one work.
Oh! Lantern's gone round and he's hit the wall, I think.
Oh yeah, he has. He doesn't seem to have any damage though, so
I
it could be
don't
alright for Lantern.
see if he's any got damage. Let's have a
Doesn't
look.
seem to.
Nope, he's good. Oh, it's
Oh,
Tim.
and Tim S spins. Also doesn't have damage. These guys are getting very lucky today.
Michael Louis too. Let me check the settings of the damage.
Lewis Hamilton
Stimulation
dives down the
setting.
inside into the hairpin. Can he make the move on Michael Louis? Goes a little bit wide, but that pushes Michael Louis wide. And he makes the move happen up into 5th place for Lewis Hamilton. Very nicely done from him. And next job to get past is XM.
Milky Walker around the outside of glasses at the hairpin.
Destroyer into the final chicane, trying to make a move. Oh, that was a bit risky. Taps the back of Deaton to try and make the move work. Taps the back of him and makes the pass. Keep Hyper follows him through. That might be looked at the stewards later.
I mean,
Nuki boy out.
Nuki's out, no.
Nuki boy out. His teammate trying to make a move, and we have a safety
Uh,
car. Our third
That's
one
a
of the
virtual.
race.
Virtual
Oh,
safety
come up
car
to
for
say
once.
virtual safety car for you.
No, I look at the map,
Right.
and if it's the yellow dots, it's usually.
Yeah. If it's the yellow dot,
Yeah.
then the safety car's out, and then yeah. I don't know what this glitch is though. Why does it not say safety car or virtual safety car anymore? What is the
It's the F1 game. Yeah, too late to
Codemasters?
fix it
Sort
now.
your game out.
They're both for 2023. It's all going to be the best game you'll ever play,
It's
and then they'll stop. Probably not, but like 2020 was good, but I didn't get it, fortunately, because I wasn't really into
2020
racing.
was peak.
I was, but like, yeah, I thought it wasn't a good purchase. I thought I'd just wait for 2021.
2020 was the best
And then,
one.
yeah, and then I re-downloaded it, free of course, because Ultimate, and then it took it off the Xbox Store. like a month ago, and I got so mad.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Does anyone know the pits? Oh, I'll tell you what.
Flare.
Flare's in.
Well, it's the virtual
This is
safety
good
car, you
for
might as
people.
well. Oh, it's
just
back!
gone.
Oh no! They're going to lose a lot of time here. And Spud
Oops.
was smart by not pitting. Spud was very,
Spud
very, very
beats.
smart.
Tell you what, from 10th on the grid. So 5 people are in the
And with
pits.
the number of safety cars,
Both Ferraris have double stacked.
oh, they did that in the first safety car as well.
They do that in real life. Honestly.
They're just too committed
right.
to the team. Destroyer. The more safety cars we have, the more likely it is that Destroyer is on the best strategy here.
Yeah, it seems that. Of
And
course,
he
second on the
is-
grid in, I believe, his first race.
It's
is
first ever
pretty
race,
good for
second on
now.
the grid. Absolutely mad. Oh no! Lewis Hamilton rounds into the grass, hits his back. That will damage his rear wing slightly, if not quite a lot. And that is not good for him. Is there any visible damage? The answer is no.
No, I don't think so.
Yannis trying to make a
real
move on
damage.
Key Piper down the inside into the final chicane, and he makes it work.
Yannis up to 4th. Yannis.
3-second time penalty.
I was about to say.
Wait, what?
Actually, I'm not going to say it because.
Is he on a PlayStation?
Yeah, he's on PlayStation.
Our only PlayStation driver, actually.
Ah.
In
Yeah, it's one of my
the- in the
mates.
series,
I
isn't it?
invited him to the league actually.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, it's one of my mates. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, back to racing. It's going to be a fight for Belgium here.
Callum looking to try and make the move on Lewis Hamilton.
Timmer
Timmer with
gets a
another penalty.
3-second lead.
Does he think it's most penalties wins?
Maybe. I had someone get 24 seconds once in Silverstone, so they're clearly thinking the same. So XM's going to be really catching up to Spud now in back straight with DRS. Maybe XM's preserving his tyres a little bit because he's not really catching Spud at an alarming rate like he maybe would be, because knowing XM, he's very, very fast.
He's
And
very,
my
very
cat
good.
is eating
Yeah.
more cables. That's not good.
Well, and his big rival so far in terms of speed has been Flair. And Flair, of course, now down in 13th after his pit stop. Not really much of a challenge to XM because neither of them have to pit again. So, one's in 13th, one's in 2nd, fighting for first. That seems to be a... Can Flair come back from this, realistically?
He could. He well could. I mean, anything's possible.
Well, he sets fastest lap, there we go.
But yeah, anything can happen, really. It's silly grace, you know? It's always crazy. Ice Bradley beats his fastest lap.
Nicely done from Bradley there. XM seems to be biding his time.
Yeah, he's definitely preserving his tyres, maybe.
He
To
seems
try
to just
go on a
be-
late charge.
Yeah, it seems just to be waiting behind, keeping the DRS, coasting, and just relaxing himself into the race, really.
But make sure he doesn't relax too much, because Destroyer and Yanis
They're catching.
will... Yeah. So...
Oh, we've
And
dropped that
Yanis is
DRS
already
there.
back now. Oh, yeah, a little bit, but
It's
I think he's still got
Van
DRS. And Yanis is going to get DRS now on Destroyer. Will Yanis be able to make a move now? Down the inside, here we go. Side by side, and Yanis makes the move stick. But I think he got another track limits warning. And he gets DRS to the main straight. I believe Timmer has lost his front wing. He has lost his front wing.
Oh, Timmer.
Timmer
It's not gone well so far for Timmer, has it?
No, it's
Gone
not.
well.
Halfway through the race now, and Flair's on the fastest lap.
Timmer, another
Flair's really-
5-second penalty. Oh,
Flair's really catching Spud. Dan gets a
Dan.
penalty.
he's
No,
in 6th
Dan.
place as well. He's having a good race so far.
Yeah.
And there we go, XM past Spud for the race lead. Down the inside, can he make it stick? I think he can, yes he can. He's through into the lead, and now we'll see XM just...
But
disappear.
was that tactics from Spud? Because he's now going to get DRS in the back straight and repass. But careful, because Yanis is catching very, very quickly on these two. So Yanis could be in for something. He could be in for a little treat. However, Destroyer will be on him. And here comes Spud now. Back on XM. Will he try and have a go at him? I don't think he's good.
Yes,
He is
he
now.
will. He dives down the inside. Oh, that's a bit
Oh,
tight,
no.
but he just about backs out in time. Now he gets
And
it
now
down
again,
into
turn
turn one as well.
one.
Can he make it
Here
work?
we
He's
go.
going to go round the outside, is he? Yes, he is. Round the outside he goes. Can he make it stick? The answer is no again. Can't find a way through. Brilliant defending
And
from XM.
Destroyer
making
gets
his cars
past
wide of the track.
Yanis. So, Destroyer will be attacking Spud then for the podium. So XM takes the lead now. Overall, it wasn't really tactics from Spud. Well, it might have been, but it didn't work out. IFC Lewis Hamilton and Dan fighting. Dan's lost 2 positions in the last couple laps. On the last lap or so.
Destroyer's got DRS now. He's going to be fighting against Spud in just a second, I would assume, because XM has already got an 8/10 gap on Spud.
Oh, Langton gets a penalty. The Destroyer's in the DRS of Spud.
Yeah.
Well, he was. He might still be.
Is he across the gap? No, he's not. Across the gap, he wasn't.
No, he has the DRS. He has the DRS. The detection zone is before the hairpin. Like way,
Oh, is
but
it?
even
I thought
before
it was
the
just
sector 2 line.
after the hairpin.
No, if you have a look after the
I thought that was
right
the sector
left,
line, the other one. Is it not?
Spud gets a penalty.
Oh!
Oh,
He does have to pit, though,
Interesting.
still, remember? The only man, him and Lantern, are the only people who still have to pit. And Timmer, he's on the softs. Timmer's spun again, though.
Timmer.
Oh, Spud! Oh, really loses the rear end there. And that allows Destroyer right back into it after he's had to defend against Yanis, and that lost him some time. And now Spud no longer has that DRS.
I'll tell you what though, I'm getting worried for Yanis because he might be picking up warning after warning. I'll check the race director very quickly.
This could be
Free
whoever
second.
finishes second or finishes in the top 5 without penalties wins at this stage.
Yep.
Starting to
Flair's
feel like
caught
that,
up 5 seconds since we talked about him last. So Flair can very quickly come back at this. Flair's now on Dan. Dan goes
he's got
very
through.
wide.
Dan's gone wide, he's
Yep.
through. And now on his teammate, surely he lets him through.
He was in 6th and now he's down to 10th. He's having a very good race, competitive curse course.
Yeah.
And now he's gone down. XM's cleared. So Destroyer is on Spud.
Doesn't make it through just yet. You might go for a move down into turn 1. Keep your eyes on the timing sheets as well to see if they do a tactical switch in Mercedes between Flair and Walker. Of course, Flair on the better tyres. And Destroyer, goes a bit deep. That's a really bad overtake attempt there.
Oh, here
Really
comes
deep,
Yanis.
blocks the tyres.
He's trying to go around the outside, but nope. Flair's
Piper
got
gets past
past.
Callum. Oh, Callum and Keep Piper side by side. Still fighting it out between the two, and Keep Piper gets ahead.
And Destroyer
Destroyer's
gets
taking
penalty. Destroyer. It's a massive thing. So the Callum could be in a good one.
If
XM,
Callum
of course,
and Keith catch up
goes.
to the top guys, they could.
Flair as well.
Yeah, Flair's really
Flair,
catching up
once
now.
he gets past Lewis Hamilton. Of course, Lewis Hamilton in the Alpine mid a... No, okay. Okay, that's not a good joke. So once he gets past Lewis Hamilton, he'll go flying towards the back of Callum, and then past Callum, past Keep, flying to the front. Because Flair's...
There's a bit of a
Very good.
DRS train at the front though, so he's got to. He might be stuck there for a little bit. Only 15 laps left in this run. Remember, he's got to take those mediums 20 laps overall.
And
Callum past Keith.
Oh! Yanis has got a very good exit. And he's through. Past Destroyer.
Destroyer's going to try and hold on around the outside, though he can't.
No,
and he
Tim is
through.
out. Tim is out.
And that's full
Safety
safety.
car.
That's full safety car.
Have I killed Reyes by any chance?
So, Spud Racing, has he done the master strategy? Surely everyone pits for mediums.
I mean,
If
Spud is... He's master.
if you've got a fresh set of mediums, you've got to pit, surely.
Yeah. I mean... No. I mean... Of
Makes
course,
complete
why are
sense
people
to.
pitting? Right here it goes. Why have people already pitted? Because you just... Oh, I'm confused about that. Because why
They
are
should
people
pit on the next
pitting
lap,
early?
Really.
It should, yeah, because I
Save
don't
tyre.
really understand. And also, you have more chance if a safety car's in early. So come back to the well, it comes to short lap, so Not really. Big fat took.
Right, so who comes into the pits out the top guys? Does
There we go. So
XM bite the bullet?
I'm expecting.
He goes in,
two.
and
Yep.
Spud will follow him 100%.
Spud will follow.
Yanis
So
follows.
does Yanis.
Destroyer. Does Callum follow? Yes.
Yes, he does.
He,
Oh, no, he
he
doesn't.
doesn't. So Callum stays
Late
out. He will
move.
inherit the lead.
Callum. That was a sneaky one.
Hamilton in. Flair stays out.
No. Yep, plays out. Stay flames at Flair. He's gambling on another safety car, for sure.
Yeah.
He is definitely
Or
gambling on
he
another one.
thinks he can defend.
Yeah, a lot of people are coming into the pits. XM.
Oh, does he get out ahead of XM just about?
Whoa.
That's perfect time for Flair.
That is a very big turning point in the race. XM passing Dan on the pit exit. That's a big turning point. Because Dan's going to hold everyone up behind. Lewis Hamilton has made a mistake. And he's gone on the grass. And Michael went past him, but it was an illegal overtake. So, doesn't matter. But he's gone on the grass anyway.
XM has a
of course,
drive-through.
real Lewis Hamilton.
XM has a drive-through.
No way.
XM has a drive-through. Thank you for pointing that out, Flair.
No way. Unreal scene.
That must be for speeding on the safety car.
Oh, the real race
XM has
director.
ruined his race. He's ruined his race.
Race direct incidents. XM does have a drive-through for speeding. That is a massive turning point in championship as well. So Spud is in a very good position to have a
Spud's
shot
in a
for the
brilliant
win.
position.
But
Absolutely.
Callum is on the hards. So Callum, will he be able to put up with the mediums?
And Dan is sat there in fourth, also trying to do the same thing as Callum.
Yeah, Dan, the man. Hopefully he can come back, but it's going to be very interesting, Grace. I'll tell you that for a tier 3 race. That is.
Well, so
very
all of the guys who don't have penalties are in the best position right now. So Lewis Hamilton, Flair, and Milky Walker are the top 3 without penalties. And
Yep.
of course,
Yeah,
if
people without penalties can be very good.
people without penalties are going
The
to
XM
fly up
as
the
well,
order
I
when
think.
they cross the line. That's just how it's going to work. So I'm not sure. This could go any way. Like if Callum does a good enough defensive job, he could win the race. If Flair overtakes, then he's going to win the race. If XM does his drive-through, then there's another safety car. He still has a chance. Dan,
Yeah.
can he hold on, get himself onto the podium? I don't know. This is just...
Unlikely.
Can Lewis Hamilton stay close enough to everyone else so that the penalties push him up into second or first?
I mean, we'll find out. So, obviously the mistake that is very common. I've seen many, many times. XM with his drive-through. I've fallen for this myself. When the safety car's in, don't pit and do your drive-through. Because you will not do your drive-through. And I found that out once. And there wasn't another safety car, so I was absolutely nowhere.
You have to have
The
done...
whole race.
You have to...
So-
Yeah, so safety car coming in this lap. Do not pit
so-
XM.
Do not pit XM. Well, for
Do a lap, then pit.
audience entertainment, maybe they want him to pit, but I'm not sure anyone really wants him to pit, apart from
No, it
the
makes it
viewers,
more
but-
interesting if he doesn't pit this lap, because
Yeah,
then he
as
does
well,
it properly, and he
Yeah.
has a chance,
Good
and that's what we
fights.
want to see. We want to see that chance.
Yeah, but others like his rivals.
Callum's
are hoping
gone.
he pits.
Callum's gone. We're underway.
So XM doesn't pit. That's good.
Brilliant
So
start
XM's
from him
already
there. That's really strung out.
Spud,
Except
yep.
from Spud. Spud trying to get past Dan down the inside. He's going to try and go in the Williams. He dives down the inside on the Haas. Dan gives him the space round the outside. Now Spud goes down on the
Yes,
inside,
there we
still
go.
trying to hold on that hard compound tyre. He does a good job of it so far. Spud now goes round the outside, makes the move. Dan cannot quite hold on there.
What
And
a
Spud up into
move.
fourth place. Next man for him is XM, of course. Will be putting it in. Woo.
Now here's the thing: will Dan let Yanis through? Oh
No.
I mean,
You
it's
cannot
now,
let
it's the same
someone through
academy.
who's just in your academy. You can't do that.
Can't do that. Oh, right.
No. Unless the rules changed since the last time I did a whole season of
I think it
commentary.
might have been, but
But you're not allowed to... last time I commentated for a full season, you weren't allowed to... Oh, Bradley's out! Bradley's crashed.
oh no,
Do we get a safety car?
I don't think so.
No, we don't. He's right at the back of the pack.
I don't know if it's changed actually.
Oh wait, no, we do get a safety car.
Oh, XM's in danger.
XM didn't do his drive-through.
XM is going to be furious. Flares in. Flare is in. Yanis is in. What is Yanis doing?
So's Dan. Of course Dan is. That makes sense.
What on earth is Yanis in the pits?
Flares on the softs.
What? The softs won't last. This is ridiculous. Oh, Yanis has got front wing damage. He hit Dan, I think. And he has to wait until all his rivals get through. And he's down in 14th.
So that means
Yanis
that
is probably furious.
Flair's in 10th. Okay, so if everyone from here finish, all you got to do to get points now is finish the race. That's all they've got to do.
Tell you what, we've not talked enough about Callum. Callum,
he's up in first.
He can make it to the end, surely.
But can he hold on to the medium runners? Because
that's the question. And maybe the soft runners at the end.
Yeah, he's on 16 lap old hards, and they're on 3 lap old mediums.
Laps?
16 lap old hards.
Oh.
They're on 3 lap old mediums.
That's
is
gonna
on
be big.
old tyres. Remember, he started down in 18th as well. He's gone from second last to first, but I don't know.
I think you should pit this lap before the safety car
Jarvis
ends.
manages to cut the track on the safety car.
Well done, Jarvis. I
Does
actually proposed once to remove any warnings in the safety car, but didn't get accepted. So Callum, I think you should have picked it there.
No, because he'd end up second last.
You have track position. You don't have track position, but you've got the tyres. And the tyres are going to play a big, big key.
It is quite difficult to overtake around here, though. A lot of the time. If
That's true. Not really.
If he can dump the ERS, and if he's running low enough wings, it's quite hard to overtake.
Yeah, but if it's going to be above the exits, like especially out the hairpin, he's going to have no grip. It's turn 1 and turn 2 exits, he's going to have no grip.
That's
the
true.
chicane, he's going to have no grip.
The exits will get him. The exits will really get him.
Yeah, that's the thing about Canada.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because there were so many safety cars, his stint on the tyres hasn't been 17
Oh yeah,
laps.
he's not.
It's been about 12
not
laps.
Really.
But still,
maybe. But I mean, it's still going to play a big part.
That's still 8 laps more than anyone else, who's also done it. And those guys haven't even done a proper lap. They've done half a proper lap. So, you know.
Safety car should be in this lap. I'll be surprised if it's not.
Callum did a great restart last time, so he's hoping he can do the same again this time round, go early like he did last time, but, well, now everyone knows he goes early. I think XM might be slightly more on him. Of course, XM can't pit for the drive-through just yet. He has to wait a lap to do it. Just check that no one else has managed to get themselves a drive-through. No, they haven't. When is Callum going to go? He's gone! He's gone!
Off. Oh,
he's left fan speed in his wake! What a restart from Callum there. What a restart.
But of course, Callum's going to have a big problem with tyres. Because he's going to have to warm them up. Compared to XM, he's on not only newer tyres, but also he's got less time to wait to warm them up. And look at that, he's already got to the back of him.
0.3 of a second already in 2 corners. That's another 10th gained. But of course, he does have to pit for that drive-through penalty.
Yeah, so Spud's
Flair's already
in
up
hot
into
seat.
9th.
Yeah. On the softs, keep an eye on him.
Yeah, keep one eye on 9th place there. He will be moving very quickly. Keep an eye on all of the soft compound runners. Actually, as Spud Racing went off the track there. And that's not great for him. He's dropped off the back of XM.
Will XM serve this lap?
He has to.
Actually, I'll tell you what. He's not going to lose out too much. So maybe he should wait a couple of laps so he can build a gap to last,
but you only get a 3-lap window to do it. And I don't know whether that
Yeah.
lap that was half
Here comes
free
Spud.
counts. He's doing it. He's doing
Oh,
it.
he's doing it. Not the smartest thing, but he's doing it.
It gives him the
because
most time
pit
to
lane
gain the time back.
This pit lane is so short. The pit exit is literally the biggest advantage in the world. If you can build a gap, you could be ahead of the rivals.
Yeah, but you have to serve it within 3 laps.
Yeah, but if
he's
you
not
wait
going to gain
a
that much
lap
time.
or two,
Oh, we've
who's
got
round?
a yellow flag in sector 1.
Michael Louis. See, if you pitted a lap later, maybe you would have been ahead of Michael Louis. In a sense.
Yeah, but I mean, that's only because he's spun. He can't predict when someone's going to spin.
I really could have, but I don't know. XM's going to be attacking Michael Louis anyway.
Flair past Eaton.
But up to 7th.
Up into 7th place. He's now behind his teammate. I'm assuming his teammate lets him through like he did last time.
Lewis Hamilton's up
Lewis
to
Hamilton
3rd.
Destroyer.
Lewis Hamilton, right? He could be in for a very, very, very good result.
I think the win is between Lewis Hamilton and Flair.
Of course, Lewis Hamilton's won already 103 times. I'm joking. Contact!
Oh, who was that?
Off in the runoff. And Destroyer will lead.
Flair will get through.
Oh, Flair is going to get through here.
Oh, is his sight heading down into turn 1 round the outside? Flair goes. He's got the superior tyre, superior grip. Now down the inside.
And Flair gets Milky Walker as well.
The Mercedes barrier coming into effect there. Milky Walker almost blocking Destroyer's attempt at defending. And Flair up into 5th place, getting 2 places in 1 corner.
Yanis gets another 3-second penalty. Not good from whatsoever. He'll be very, very furious. So, Spud against Callum this lap. I think DRS might have been enabled. I've not seen it, but
not quite.
I'm assuming it's enabled. XM's got past Michael Louis now.
Good job from him. He's just 5 seconds off. And the more place. Remember, all of these positions from 1st to 15th mean points. So the further up he can get, the more points he can get for his championship challenge. So he just needs to keep moving up the order.
Yeah. I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm going to watch Flair for these next 2 laps. I think Spud's having a go.
Oh, here we go. Switch back from Spud there. He's got the run down into turn 1. Can he make the move happen? Down the inside he goes. And yes, he makes the move.
Spud's got a penalty,
try and hold
so
on to him for as long as he can, though. He's going to use
win.
that DRS. Only 5 laps to go.
Wait, what? What am I saying? Is Flair using full traction control? Callum gets a penalty!
Now that's big. He did have that gap to everyone else because he didn't have a penalty. He gets his first penalty, and that really brings Lewis Hamilton and Flair and Deaton into the fray.
Just have a look at Flair's input throttle. I can't tell if he's using full or medium traction.
Probably medium.
Because it's
Full's too.
I mean, gear 2, he's already going full flat.
Yeah, you can do that in medium.
Yeah, I've not done medium since like August last year, so
Yeah, you can do it.
I don't remember much about medium traction control.
Flair's
Jarvis
stuck in
goes
the
up
DRS
to
train
10th.
now. Flair is
Jarvis
stuck.
has got past 3 people in the last couple of laps.
He has. Glasses, though, trying to fight him back. Look at that. Glasses and Jarvis side by side. 2 of the drivers you'd feel a bit iffy being side by side with a lot of the time. And Jarvis makes it happen. Glasses looks for a move back, but cuts the corner in process. And so does Jarvis. Jarvis gets a penalty for his troubles.
Yeah, so...
Destroyer past Deaton. Oh, no, he's not past Deaton. He's cut the track. 5-second penalty
What?
for corner cutting.
Oh, wow.
He went deep and had to cut the track.
What? Oh, okay, well, so Lewis Hamilton could be getting his 104th win today. Or 105 if you support Abu Dhabi 2021. Okay, let's not get into that, but
Yeah, I wouldn't get into
he
that.
could get another
It's a bit iffy.
he could get another win if
Oh,
he
damn,
can
in the
keep Flair
penalty.
behind.
Another one.
So Flair's really the only
Flair's
target.
got to push.
Flair's
Flair's
using
gotta
full. There's no way. Flair's using full. He's going
He does lose
flat
out
out
on the
in gear
exits
1.
quite significantly, actually, Flair.
Yeah, but he's using full on gear 1. There's no way.
Yeah, there's
It's
zero.
medium. I think you should maybe progress on to medium traction control, if I'm being totally honest. But
Well,
anyway,
that's how you caught up to me in the Tier
32.
6 championship 2 seasons ago. So, you know.
Oh, Yanis is out. No.
Oh, Giannis! Safety car, maybe.
Safety
Do we get
car?
Safety car? Do we see it
Off the
going
massive
out?
pile up.
Sometimes takes a little bit of time. Does it happen?
Spud around. Spun it.
Oh, Spud! Oh, Spud. Oh, and there's a mess going on there as well. I think Callum and Lewis Hamilton have a little bit
he's
of
lost.
I think.
Lewis Hamilton leads.
And Flair taps the back of Keith Piper. That could have damaged his front wing there. This is so tense.
Carnage. Oh,
With only 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go when we cross the line. And Flair still
So,
stuck behind Keith. He's got to
Giannis
send
is
it down the
telling
inside
me-
if he wants to take the win here. Oh, he sends it. He sends it down the inside of Keith. Can he now get on the throttle and get moving
A
again?
contact!
On his debut of rejoining. He left for a while. He's back. And now he goes through. Oh, and Milky Walker's there. Milky Walker on Keith Piper as well. He's through, is he? Oh, it's side-by-side action between the Mercedes and the AlphaTauri. Oh, that's a bit tight.
What a lap 32 we've just had.
I'm
I'm getting told by Yanis that El Glasses has done something to him. So
Oh.
maybe there was collision between El Glasses and Yanis,
Yeah,
but
I would assume so.
we're between 60th. So, lap 32 just happened. Lewis Hamilton now leads ahead of Callum, ahead of Flair.
So
Flair
as it
to
stands
be
right
P2.
now, it would be Lewis Hamilton, then Flair, and then I think Dieter
Milky Walker's
on the
left.
podium.
Oh!
Oh no,
Milky
connection
Walker.
issues.
Teton!
Invite him back.
Teton could be in it. Teton, how many? I think Callum's got 3 seconds, so at the minute it'll be
Callum's got
Lewis
3.
Hamilton winning. Key Piper's passed!
Flair's got damage. Flair's got front wing damage. Surely.
No, it's not. He's still got his front wing.
Surely. There's no way he's getting re-overtaken. His tyres must have fallen off. He's been pushing them
it's
so hard,
soft.
they must have started falling off
Destroys
again. Flair,
round.
He's going to have to
What
settle
a
for second, I
final!
think. 2 laps.
What a final 4 laps!
We've got
We've
2
just-
laps to go when they cross the line here. And oh, Flair gets through. He's up into 3rd place again. And he's really got to put the burners on now if he wants to be winning this race. He's got to overtake Callum and then overtake Lewis Hamilton in 2 laps. Can he do it or not? We'll have to wait and see. He's got this lap
Tell
to
you what,
overtake Callum.
Callum's-
Then next lap to overtake
Callum
Lewis Hamilton. And
is
Callum is fighting Lewis.
still-
So maybe he overtakes Lewis and holds him up, actually. This could be interesting. Deaton gets past Milky Walker because, of course, Milky is in AI mode. Deaton trying to make something happen, and he's close to overtaking Callum due to Callum's penalty. He's got to get within that 3-second margin. He's close to it, but not quite close enough. He's got to gain about 0.5 of a second in 2 laps. Can he do it or not? We'll have to wait and see at the end of the race. Flair, he's really struggling on these tyres now. He's got to get that DRS, otherwise he'll just drop further and further off of Callum. Heading into the DRS detection zone now. Is he close enough? I believe he is. The answer is yes, he's definitely close enough. He'll get the DRS, but he's got a bad exit there. DRS will help him stay close, but he's got to do all the rest himself. Callum not going to go for a move, I don't think. He's going to be sensible, try and hold on to as many positions as he can. Right behind Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton just trying to get to the end of the race, because that should be enough for him to win this one. We've got a yellow flag, and that is for
Michael Louis.
Jarvis. Or Michael.
Michael
Yeah,
Louis. I'll have a look what's happened to him. He's lost a bit of his front wing.
Flair is
Unfortunately.
struggling.
Final lap, by the way!
Yeah,
Oh,
final
we're gonna
lap,
go
and
flag.
Flair's
El
struggling on
Glasses.
his tyres. Flair's
El
not going to catch
Glasses.
up. The only way that Lewis Hamilton does not win this race is if he gets a penalty or if he crashes. That's the only way he doesn't win
course.
this race now. Deaton's almost
So-
within the gap he needs. Deaton is close to that 3-second gap.
Oh, Dan's round!
Oh,
No!
Dan. He was having a great race. He's had ups and
so
downs, really.
if I
hasn't
am
he?
Lewis Hamilton, I would let Callum through.
Why?
He's got a penalty.
Well, yeah, but you might. So he's not having to defend.
He's not.
Callum's
Don't
not going for a
fight.
move.
Yeah, but he's not going to fight.
Yeah, but Callum's not going for a move. There's no point.
Yeah, but if
Callum
he's
goes.
going for a move, if he
If he goes for a move, yeah, let him through. But heading into the final 2 corners, Callum's going to sit behind, I think, and Lewis Hamilton will cross.
No,
Yeah, he lifts
no.
off. He lifts off. He knows that he's got penalties. There's no point.
Lewis
Lewis Hamilton,
last
as long as
one
he
in
doesn't crash, heading down the
2019.
back final straight.
Oh! There's a finish!
And Lewis
There's a
Hamilton
finish.
wins. Flair seconds. It's Deaton.
Oh! They're on exactly the same time on the line!
Well, they actually...
Equal time! But Callum got a penalty!
Oh, he could have won the race.
That is
penalty.
unseen! That is unseen ever!
Callum.
That is ridiculous!
Callum should have won. Callum should have won that. That penalty cost him the race.
Equal time on the line! What?
And what happened to Destroyer? What happened? He was up there fighting for the win, and has ended up down in 14th place, last one to cross the line. Now that was an up and down race, was it? Was it not? That was mad.
For the final 4 laps, the most entertaining final 4 laps I've ever seen. We've had a photo finish to the 1,000th of a second.
That is crazy.
That
is absolutely crazy.
I mean, I've lost a race by 0.007 before in Tier 5, but equal. Literally equal.
That's mad. Absolutely mad. But it is Lewis Hamilton getting the win. Flair second and Callum third. That mad strategy from Callum takes him from 18th to crossing the line in first. That penalty dropped him down to third. I mean, what a race from Callum. Driver of the day by an absolute mile. And Flair, trying to make the best of a bad situation where his strategy didn't work out, ended up in second in the end, and Lewis Hamilton wins the race. That's an incredible race. And for the third week in a row, no one gets the fastest lap point.
Oh, wow.
Because because fastest lap was outside the top 10 again.
I'm going to invite Flair and Callum to the party for interviews. Callum from 18th on the grid.
Hamilton.
Callum from 18th, photo finish. If you didn't get the penalty, you could have won the race.
He was one of 2 drivers to do a 1-stop. One of 2. That's incredible.
Okay, Callum can't do an interview, and I don't know if Flair will do.
Apparently, Lewis Hamilton is definitely getting a penalty.
Really?
So he dive bombed Destroyer and made him lose 2 positions, and then it went downhill from there. That's how he ended up down in 13th.
Ah.
But we said last week that it was guaranteed that XM was going to get penalties, and that didn't happen. So I think we stick with these 2 if they join.
I don't think. No, Callum's not joining because he has to go. And I'm not sure if Flair. I'm not sure if he will.
Oh, I meant to select view gamer card. Let's see.
What a race!
Absolutely mad. You chose Did you choose McLaren?
I didn't choose a car.
Yeah, you did. Look.
Oh no, I didn't. But like,
you chose McLaren.
I know. I joined mid race. I might just put McLaren.
Taking over Dove Nightmare's spot.
Dove Nightmare.
None of them seem to be joining, but yeah. So no interviews today, but an incredible race. Callum 18th to 3rd. It might be 2nd if there's a penalty for Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton winning as it stands, and Flair 2nd place with a mad strategy making it work. That's incredible. Invite Lewis 797.
Louis, what? Okay, Lewis 797.
Yeah, that is IFC Hamilton.
Lewis 797.
Yep.
Invite to party.
Yep.
Right. And then the equal time is unreal, mate. I can't express.
That is
unreal.
mad.
Is...
But that penalty ruined it. Hello.
It's of course your 104th win.
Boys.
So it's. I have to say, it's not been the easiest start of the season to you so far, has it? But this race
No.
that puts you back on track.
Yeah. I can fully agree with that. My past two races have like just gone downhill. I've been putting in the effort and after effort after effort after effort this week to get this track down to what I needed to be. Luckily, I got a really good setup for this track, and that helped me. But my pace was phenomenal around this track.
Yeah, your pace was mad. I mean, going into this race, I wasn't expecting too much, especially going into qualifying. But you absolutely smashed that. I mean, your qualifying was really, really good, and then unfortunately you're not getting pole. I thought you could at one point, but ended up fourth, wasn't it? And then in the
Yeah,
race, strategy worked brilliantly, and crucially, keeping away from those penalties, crossing the line at the exact same time as Callum, and his penalty managed to save you. Yeah, incredible, man.
yeah. Can't wait for next week.
Should be a good one.
So
especially
next
keeping
week's
that pace.
Spa, I think. Next
Is
week's
it
Spa,
going
yeah.
to be 2 wins in a row?
Well, you'd be the first one this season to
No.
do it, so we'll see.
And I'm the first member out of the family to get first as well in all
Are
of
you actually?
IFC. Yeah,
If you
Peter
guys
hasn't
don't
got
know,
first,
Arrows is his brother, if I'm
and
not
Dan
mistaken.
is my cousin.
And Dan's his cousin. Neither of them have ever won a race. I mean, Arrows is the P10 merchant.
Arrows? What do you mean Arrows never won a race?
No, this season,
This season.
I'm
this
the
season,
first
yeah.
one
This season.
to win.
Haven't won a race yet,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, he's the first one to do it. So that's some bragging rights in the family, isn't it?
Yes,
That's some big bragging rights. So yeah, well done, man.
I'm guessing Kopi is very happy right now.
Kopi will be very happy. He hasn't actually commented, but I'm sure he is. He was cheering you on earlier on in the stream, so he will be very, very happy with that one.
Honestly,
assure
I
you.
thought it was the M when I spun. I thought that was it.
Yeah, that safety car though brought you back into it.
Yeah, and then whoever it was, I don't know who it was, but they was on softs. The reason
Blair.
why I didn't go on softs was the fact that I knew they wouldn't last.
Yeah, he
If
started losing them at the end.
Yeah, if there was a safety car around about lap 30, and I was still on the hard tyres, I would have picked for the softs, but there was no way you was taking softs from lap 26 to 35.
It
No
took
way
them to about
whatsoever.
33, and then they just started dropping off.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, these tyres are just gonna drop. These tyres are just gonna drop. These, literally, they're just gonna go. And he was catching me for a little bit.
He was. If they lasted those final 3 laps, I think he definitely had the pace to overtake you. Whether you defended him or not is a matter to
It would have been
think
a
about, but
questionable.
yeah,
It would have been a good end if I had him battling me. See
been
who
very,
was
very good.
faster.
yeah. But well, you had a great end anyway, crossing the line at the exact same time as Callum and managing to just
Literally the
stay
exact
away
same
there.
time, actually.
I mean, for the past 3 weeks in a row, believe it or not. So the first race, of course, I was on a controller.
Yep.
The second race, I was on a wheel, but my pace was good. However, I just got unlucky.
Yeah.
And then I've came into this race really positive and everything. And I just thought, you know what? Whatever happens, it doesn't matter.
Were you on
As
wheel or
long as I
controller
get some
today?
points. I am on wheel for my
nice.
second ever race on wheel as
So
well.
wheel seems to be going well for you then. Keep on
Yeah.
going, and we could see you taking the championship. Do you think you can challenge for that?
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna rule myself out for that. Let's see how I do over the next few races, and maybe, just maybe, you might see a championship fight. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes.
That's a very political answer. Very political answer. But very well done today. Now, you got any other questions?
Nah.
I don't think I have any questions to ask. Just really, really congratulations on your win, mate.
Oh, thank you.
It's been a very, very... Go back on Twitch and watch last 4 laps. We were screaming our heads off. It was absolutely
I
intense.
definitely will now.
It was incredible.
The last 4 laps, absolutely crazy.
I was like, I don't know what happened, but 3 cars spun. No, Spud spun, and that was it. Then I was like, come on, I can do this, I can do this. Like, it was unreal.
Absolutely screamed down the microphone and probably killed Westy's ears in the process. But yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So Callum, if he didn't get a 3 second, it would have been like
Would have been a win.
it to the 1000th though.
So
But who
here,
would win?
here comes the thing, though.
I don't know.
I am not defending Callum or anything, but I believe Callum should get that penalty took off of him. The only reason was I saw the exact reason why he got that penalty, and
He
it's
has
the
to.
exact, it's
He
the
has to
exact
prove
reason.
that he didn't get any other
Exactly.
warnings throughout the rest of the race. That's the thing. He has to prove that, and if he hasn't managed to get that information, then there's no way he's getting it taken off. So
Because the only reason why he got that penalty was the exact same reason that Aston Martin was talking about, how apparently I dive bombed him. I dive bombed him clean, and it was completely different with him and Callum.
Oh.
Literally, he decided to dive bomb Callum into the last corner, pushing Callum off of the track.
yeah, well,
I
we'll see
guess
what
we'll
happens.
see.
We'll see what happens with the
We'll see, won't we?
incident reports and all that kind of stuff. And
Tell you what though, about incidents, I have news that Yarvis has been disqualified.
Oh.
So
Uh,
I heard he had quite a few incidents during the race. I didn't think it was
Yeah.
that bad. So disqualified. That could be a couple race ban coming as well for Jarvis. So you won't be very happy
I
about that.
believe
See what happens.
I believe it might be a season ban, but I'm not entirely
Season.
sure.
Oh wow.
Oh.
That's a big one for me. I'd love to see what happened there. I'll get back to you guys next race about that. So yeah, on that bombshell, thank you very much, guys, for watching. What a race it's been, and I can't wait to commentate on the next one. Round 4 will be on your screens this time next week. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Thank you, Nell, for joining me in the commentary box of the race, and well done on your win today.
It's okay.
I see Lewis Hamilton there. So yeah, really, really well done to all the drivers. Thank you guys for watching, and
See you tomorrow.
we will see you all in a bit.
Tomorrow for tier 2.